Good morning, everybody. Today I want to show you a project that we're making that I kind of want to hopefully I will be able to show the whole process of making this product. What we're making is tongue and groove flooring, and this, as you can see, has the groove on this side of this piece of wood and the tongue on this side of this piece of wood. So this is hard maple tongue and groove flooring, and it's 2.5 inches wide here, and this is going to a customer, and we need to make enough for him, and I'll show you the process of doing all this. So here we are in our dry kiln. You can see a whole bunch of lumber stacked here, and this has been in here for a couple weeks now, and it's dried down to the right temperature, and we're ready to start on the next process of making this flooring. But we're kind of getting ahead of things right here. I'm going to try to take you back to a couple winters ago when we were cutting hardwood down the road, and I'll show you some of that process of actually getting the logs cut from the forest to end up in hardwood flooring for a customer's needs and for his house. So this is a very short video, actually one of the very first videos I put up on YouTube. And here I am cutting some hard maple, and I'm using Lady and Bill, and this was several years ago. And some of the lumber you were using might possibly be from this tree, I'm not sure. We've had a lot of this lumber sitting in our barn for quite a few years now, so who knows exactly where it did come from. But I just want to show you this short little clip of me getting some hardwood out that could possibly be in this particular flooring job. This was several days after I started this video, but we want to get Ken and Earl hitched up to the scoop for their practice out here today, and then we'll get started on showing you how we make this flooring. Oh. Okay, so the lumber is now dried. We took it out of our dry kiln, and when lumber goes into a dry kiln and dries, it does funny things. It will twist and warp even more so. It looked great going in the kiln, nice and straight, and when it comes out, it's crooked, it's twisted. A lot of things happen when it's drying. There are ways to control some of that, but still, you can't help but having some of that happen. So what we need to do is make 2.5 inch wide flooring. So these are all 6-inch boards. We've already done the 8-inch boards, and we made them into 3.5 inch wide boarding. And so now we've got to take this, put it on the sawmill, rip it down in half to get close to that 2.5, and also in the process getting a nice straight edge. So we have a nice straight edge to go along the fence of the planer, and I'll explain that a little bit later on. Okay, so I'm just going to scoop this up and take it around. How you doing, Brian? Good. So what I'm trying to do when I'm making this flooring is, when I saw these logs, this lumber, I didn't necessarily have flooring in mind as to what I was going to do. So I have in my old cow barn, I have a whole lot of just of my poor grade lumber that is going to be for flooring, and I knew that, but they're made into 4-inch, 6-inch, 8 inches wide. So to make the least amount of waste, which is what I'm trying to accomplish, I need to do it in such a way that, you know, like these 6-inch stuff will make 2.5-inch wide flooring, and the 8-inch stuff will do 3.5-inch wide flooring. It kind of makes the least amount of waste. In the process of the drying, this has shrunk down, so it's really not 6 inches anymore. It might be all over the place, 5.5, whatever it happened to be, because of when it dries, it shrinks. So have to take that out of consideration when you're dealing with flooring. So I'm going to hold off on sawing the boards in half because these horses need their exercise. So I'm going to take these guys around the field one time, and they're continuing to do good, just to let you know. But I wanted to show you something kind of interesting on Earl, and then I'm going to take off and do that. And then I'll come back and work on this lumber and show you guys more of how we do the process of making hardwood flooring. But check this out. I think you can probably see it. Yeah, this is Earl's front leg. Red. Almost looks like blood all over the place, doesn't it? Even on the other foot there's a little bit. Well, there's a reason for this. And, you know, I was going to just tell you, but just for fun, I'm going to just see if you guys have any idea what all this red is on his foot. Is it some sort of a weird disease? Is it some sort of a rash? There's no blood, I will tell you that. Or is it something else? Let me know, and maybe even the comments after a few hours I might put the answer on. But I thought this was kind of interesting. It might be kind of a fun game for you guys to do some guessing. did you have on last time?
I think it was 6.
Okay. So what I'm doing here is after I have the boards clamped, I'm cutting it at 2 3/4, and then I will take the straight edge that I just made and lay that on the table of the sawmill, and then cut it at 2 3/4 again to clean out any extra, if there's any extra on top of the boards. So we've gone around the field now, and I want to put these horses away. We get the lumber all cut, and William is in planing that, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But I think what I'll do as far as the question I had with the red on Earl's foot, at the end of the video, I'll tell you what that is. So now it's Duke's turn for his lesson, so I'm driving him out with Ken to go for his short lesson today. Planing's all done, and later in the afternoon I had time to go and cut a load of logs, and I took Bill and Baron up the road to do that.
How'd it go?
Good.
Good, that's quite a load.
Good load.
I think Baron is a cute workhorse. You got a little spring in your step, Barry. Hard work, huh? Good job. Good job, Billy. You're cute too.
So we are all done in sawing this, making this floor for our customer. As you can see, these 4 pieces here are slid together with the tongue and groove, so they're all put together. And these are just random pieces I just laid out here, so you can see the tongue and the groove and how it's going to look. So that's our project. I hope you enjoyed how we tried to explain how we make this. So there's one other thing I want to show you before I end this video. And this is a day later from the last I talked to you. And we'll go in and I want to show you why Earl has all that red on his leg. So this is another next early morning, and Duke and Earl are still out in the pasture. I don't know if you can see them out there. But anyways, when they come in through this door here, and they come in here, and sometimes they'll spend time in this little pen here. And of course, when I want to work them, I'll put them into the straight stalls to get them harnessed up. But I wanted to show you what this red is on his leg, or explain what's happening. This gate right here is a fairly new gate, and what he is doing, he's being a real pain in the neck. He's actually putting his foot up here, and actually his foot's sliding through, and he's rubbing his leg just like this. I don't know if he's really rubbing it, he's just getting his foot through here because he's playing, and he's just being a pest with these gates. I hope that he doesn't at some point actually get himself hurt playing on this, fooling around with this gate. But at any rate, that's what's the red on his legs. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. You guys have a great day. We shall see you next time.